I guess today we get into another function of arrays, lookup, and references. So today we specifically look into an array function, which is index function. Yeah. So what index function does is it returns a value or reference to a value from within a table or a range. So if I have this range or I convert it to table, it will return a value depending on the column or row reference that I give it. Yeah. So you can use index function in two ways. First, to return the value of a specified cell or array of cells, or to return a reference to a specified cells. Yeah. So using index function to return the value of a specified cell, we can use the following function like this. So what I can do is I'll just move this up. So if I have to return the value of a specified cell or range, then you need to use the index function as index, the row number, then you have the column number, then you, okay, before all these things, you need to specify the array. Okay, I missed that. Sorry for that. So you need to specify the array, then you have the row number, and then you have the column number. Okay, so array is nothing but a range of cells and or an array constant, whatever it may be, or if array contains only one row or a column, the corresponding row number or a column number argument is optional. Okay, so if it has only one row, then you just ignore the row or a column number depending whether you have one row or one column. Moreover, if array has more than one row and more than one column, then only row number or column number is used. Okay, so index returns an array of the entire row or column in that particular array. Okay, so array, you need to specify what array that you are using. Row number, it will select the row in an array from which I have to return a value. If row number is omitted, column is required. If column is omitted, row number is required. Yeah. So column number will give you from which column the value would be selected. So let's try to use this particular function and try to retrieve something. Okay. So I say is equal to index, open the brackets. I select this entire data. I say comma 1, comma 1. So what it gives me, the number within this array, which is 1, comma 1. So let me select. So you can see here, my first row in this array is this particular row, and the column is the A column. So the first row and the first column intersection is the number 1. That's why we get the output as number 1. Okay. Now, if I omit column, it will give me the entire row. So if I do not put anything instead of column, you will find it shows me the entire row which is available. If I omit or if I do not ignore the row index, let me make it a bit smaller so that you can view the output. Okay, this looks good. So if I omit or do not put anything instead of row number and I put column number, it will give me the entire column, whichever column I specified. So I specified the first column, so it is giving me the first column within this particular array. Yeah. So if I specify second column, it will give me the second column within the array. Yeah. So you can see this is the second column within the array. If I specify second row and do not specify any column, it will give me the second row. So if this is the second row within this array, yeah. Now if I specify both columns, row and column, it will give me the intersection. So if I say 2 comma 3, it is giving me 2 comma 3. So second row and third column, which is 1092 over here, which is in the second row and third column. Hence you get the output as 1092. Yeah. Now, if the index function has to return reference to specified cells, suppose I have multiple areas from where I want to return a specified value, then in this index function, I need to mention the area number as well. Yeah. So that's the only difference. So two ways you can get the data. First is when you want to return the value of a specified range or cell reference. And second is when you want to return a reference to specified cells only within a particular area. Yeah. And if I do not specify, suppose I have keep it as 1 comma 0, see it gives me, if I do not specify anything, it gives me the entire table. Yeah. So if I do not specify the rows or the column, it gives me the entire table. Okay. Pretty clear? Now, if I do not have an area, so I have only one area which is being selected right now, that is this entire area. But if I specify instead of one, I specify two, it will give me a reference error because I have not selected multiple areas within this particular reference. Yeah. So this is how index function works. So it is basically used to get reference to a value from within a table or a range. And there are two ways in you can do it. Either you can get value from a specified cell or array of cells, or you can return a reference to a specified cells depending on the area that you select. Yeah. For that, you need to have multiple areas being selected. Yeah. So hope I was able to make the concept clear on this index function. Hope you like this video. Do like it, share it across with your colleagues who want to learn Excel. Comment if you want me to cover any topics in this 365 days of Excel journey. And yes, do not forget to subscribe to my channel because that's how you're going to get automated reminders or notifications about the future videos that I upload. And that will also keep me motivated towards creating this such kind of free content for everyone. Thank you so much.